Hi folks, I'm smoking my Einstein pipe, and in it I've got some Germain's Rich Dark Flake. A nice smoke for the evening, although I've been smoking it all day today. A nice strong rich flake. I've got some shout-outs. They're people who have subbed to me this week, and I'd like to just bring them to your attention. One is Happy Smoking 100, Pipeman Dan, Zachary Dewey, and Scott Richardson. And their names will be down in the bucket at the bottom of this video, along with their addresses, and if you give them a visit and a sub maybe, I'd be very grateful. The diet's continuing to go well, and I received this on Tuesday. Whoops. Saying that I'd lost 3.5 stone. That's in 19 weigh-ins, which is 18 weeks. And if you're wondering what 19 stone is, it's nearly 50 pounds. So that's not bad. 50 pounds in 19 weeks. Excuse me, I'll just try and keep this going a little bit. I'm nearly at the bottom, which is a nuisance. One of the things I've been thinking about recently is more about who my birth father was. You know, I have no idea. My sort of stepfather's dead, my mother's dead, and my mother wouldn't talk about who my real father was. She said it was nothing to do with me. And I came across a DNA test that might be able to put me in touch with the line, the DNA of my father, if ever he's had his DNA taken, or at least members of the family. It's not necessarily that I want to get in touch, but it's really more about knowing more about who I am, where I come from. As much as I sort of say, well, it doesn't really matter, and in one way it doesn't. It's still something that you wonder about. You know, stuff. What was the story? Who is it? Where do my roots lie, my genetic roots? My genetic roots from my maternal side are Middle Europe, Scandinavia, and England, basically. The main results are in that sort of European bit, the sort of France, Germany, Sweden, Norway, you know, those kind of countries. And that's not unusual, because if you think about it, a lot of Britain was invaded over the centuries, sort of by the Celts, the Gauls, the Vikings, and in East Anglia, where and in Yorkshire. And further up, they were under Danelaw for a long time, so it would be surprising if Viking blood wasn't somewhere in the mix. And German and French, because we were invaded by the French in 1066, and before that the Germanic tribes came over in Saxon times. But it'd be interesting to know where my male line is based, and that's why I've decided to take this test. There's quite a large test I could have taken, but I got in touch with the firm and sort of told them my story, and they suggested that I take a small test at first, because they wanted to link me up with their adoption group. They run a charity that looks into trying to help adopt people to find their roots and their paternal and maternal lines. And I'm still waiting for that box to come. It's on its way from the States. And when it comes, I might upgrade it to the full test. So they'll do both tests. They'll do the My Family test and the Y chromosome test. It is possible even to take a much deeper test that goes into all your DNA and sort of works out predilection for disease or, for various things. But I'm now 69, so I think I don't need to really know that one. But it'll be interesting to find out whether it comes up with anything. I mean, it'd be lovely if it did come up with a family name, and it's quite possible that it could do, but equally it's, who knows, it'll certainly come up with cousins and that kind of thing, and then it's the difficulty of cross-referencing and tracing various things to find out where that link comes in, but they're willing to give a lot of help with that, hopefully. And we'll see how we go. But that's where I am at the moment with that, what I'm thinking about. I don't know what other people think about tracing your family back that way, or trying to find out, about somebody like me trying to find out who their father is, or whether I should just forget it. This really is a nice smoke. The other thing I've been thinking about recently is about my smoking, because I smoke continually all day, really. The pipe goes out and it's not long before I light another one. And I intend to continue with that. But I was thinking about which pipe in the day do I enjoy the most. And funnily enough, the one I enjoy is the first one of the day. That's when I get up and take my tablets, and there's usually a cup of coffee waiting for me, thanks to Carolyn. And then I fill my pipe with whatever takes my fancy. And the dog gets on my knee and sort of lays there quite comfortable. And I gently smoke the pipe for an hour and just allow it to take my mind wherever I want to go. And that really is my favourite pipe of the day. I don't know whether you've got a favourite time of the day that you enjoy your smoke, or whether you actually smoke enough, during the day to have that kind of thing. But I think since I've retired, smoking's sort of become part of my life and something I really enjoy. And I'm gradually sort of getting through a lot of the open blends that I have. I want to try and get down to about 5 or 10 blends and concentrate on the ones I really like now. Maybe even just one blend, and just buy the occasional tin of tobacco or loose tobacco as I'm drawn to try another blend that I haven't tried, or to go back to a blend that I have smoked. I think I'll always have in plugs and twists and the stronger tobaccos, and my Dunhill favourites, but they're gradually getting harder to find, and I don't know whether just to allow them to be smoked out and find other blends that I like, and there are other blends that would take their place. I'm not saying would be exactly the same smoke, but there are plenty of blends that I like. I certainly don't want to go chasing after tobacco, and I don't want to go chasing after pipes. I think those days are over. You know, in the first 2 years of smoking, I think a lot of us get pad and tad, and some of us continue throughout our lives to collect pipes and different blends of tobacco, or, you know, both together or just singly as either pad or tad. I certainly will be getting 1 or 2 more filtered pipes, because I'm tending to go more to filter now, because I quite like them. And these pipes that I'm smoking are not too expensive. They're quite a cheap pipe to have, you know, about 40 quid or 39 or something like that, or £49. And with that, I could virtually buy a pipe a month if I wanted to. They're Ben Wade pipes I'm smoking at the moment. And I've got, you know, the Christmas pipe and Albert's Theory and St George's pipe. They have some nice sort of linked pipes that are linked to people like Albert Einstein, or pipes that are linked to events in history, as well as their ordinary everyday pipes. Anyway, I think I'll stop rabbiting on there. A joke did flash through my mind earlier on, and I was going to give it at the end of the video, and I've forgotten what it was, so that's a bit useless. So what I'll do is end just by saying, have a really good weekend, and may you all, each and every one of you, believer and non-believer, be richly blessed. May your days be full and your experiences exciting, and may they renew you in health and in strength and in wisdom. I've come to a point now where my spirituality is more bound to the earth, nature, that living force that inhabits all of us and all things. It's becoming more and more important to me. And a lot of, if you like, pick and mix things. You know, I'm finding great interest in faith through the years and through the ages. One of the books I've been reading, to change the subject completely, We have a television series on at the moment called Discovery of Witches, and it's about this witch who falls in love with a vampire, and the whole book's based on how their relationship develops and how they have to escape the other witches and the group that controls the people of the night, witches, vampires and the like, who say there shouldn't be mixed relationships. It's a fascinating book. I might share some of it with you on another video. Anyway, have a good weekend, as I say, and may you be richly blessed. May everything in your life reflect love and integrity. And I'll put up another video maybe sometime soon.